Howdy folks, this is Jonathan, your GM. You're listening to Demon Dayz, an actual play podcast with a focus on fiends and the friends who play them. I want to give a shout out to our sponsor ArcKnight, whose props, maps, and minis make our game a delight. That's ARCKNIGHT. Also want to give a shout out to Gord McAlpin, who did the artwork for our show, as well as KiloWhat, who created some absolutely amazing portraits of our horny heroes. You can find her work over on Twitter at KiloWhat_art and on Instagram at thebibliotaph.blog. And now, on with the show.
Friends, fiends! This is perhaps the best ale I've ever tasted. Truly, the nectar of the gods. Now where was I? Oh, yes. When last we spoke, the tiefling made their way into the Tower of All and found themselves in a room of bodies hooked together with some kind of devilish siphon. Naturally, Taslin lost her shit. So gather round as we pick up right where we left off in these Demon Dayz.
We were at home, and something came. That's all I know. And I ran, and I hid.
Okay. Did you hear it? Did you feel it?
I can't think about that right now. Not again.
It's okay.
Not
It's okay.
again.
It's okay. And I've just got my hands wrapped around her, and I'm trying to just bury her face into my chest and just hold her.
Okay.
It's all right.
And she just goes back to kind of like, no, not again, not again.
Yeah. So the focus is gone, and she's doing her feedback loop. And Scoil is watching this intently. Her eyes are reddened, and she's just staring at, she stares at you guys, Taslin and Feder, for a little bit, but then she just looks back up for a bit.
Scoil, did you know those people? I'm saying, and I'm trying to like sotto voce like across Taslin to not let her stay in her whatever.
There are a few in there I've known in my travels. I've seen in my reveries. There are some who have come before me that I did not know, but I came to know.
How long ago was this?
It's 100 years, yeah?
At least.
So no one you've seen recently?
No. When we get to a certain age, we start to see other lives, older beings yet to be. We start to lose the sense of the linearity of time. So I've seen these people. I've lived with these people, and some of them I've been, or they've been me. It's weird. It's different for us elves. I mean, I'm not that old, but I've started to see more of that. And I've known them. Whether I've been with them or not, I've known them. It's different. We don't get that with half-elves or anyone else. Anyone descended from Coralon himself. You know, take that as far as you will, but we all share in the...
You see the tree, so to speak.
Yeah.
I get it.
So that could have been my sister. May as well have been up there, or brother, or father, or mother. Hurts just the same.
Yusuf's gets physically angry. He's like, okay.
Lisa would like to, no disrespect for anyone who's struggling, but this is kind of not bothering her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's very curious at this point, and she's investigating the lift. The numbers are in Infernal, correct?
Right.
And she's trying to look for any other doors or any other means of getting out of this room besides the lift, and whether or not they might be labeled.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, take a look.
Okay. 12.
12? You walk...
I'll give you advantage. Holy shit.
That's fucking dope.
Okay. So for those of you listening at home,
is like a bottle flip for
picture.
dice.
yeah, holy shit.
Take a picture. Take a picture.
Sam just rolled a d20. It landed on a 19 on top of another die.
That's pretty dope.
That's awesome.
So that's a 24 total plus style points.
Right?
Yeah, you reach
That's bitches.
You reach the wall, and you can't like put your hands in any of the gears that you see. It's just wall. It's almost like it has that protective glass sheen on it. You see the gears. You feel the thrum, the whir, and the clicking, and your hand gets warm again as you put your hand against the wall, as if you were trying to leave or come in, and you deduce that the way you came in is the way you can get out. But there's no other areas. There's no other parts to the place. This is a really bare room other than the console, the pole in the middle, and the clockwork walls.
I think we're gonna have to take the lift again.
I feel like we need to figure out what else is here.
Do a couple of us?
So, but the numbers are in infernal, not abyssal.
Right, infernal.
Okay,
yeah.
sorry. I just obviously that's important.
Yeah.
And they're descended, so 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So descended from bigger to smaller.
And it only goes up to 6.
Only goes up to 6.
Not 7. God damn it. Anyway, all right. Do we?
I'm gonna go sit down in
look
front of
at-
Taz.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take her hands. I'm gonna do like deep meditative breathing with her
Okay.
because you're back in your state, right?
Yeah, and I think Feder is still kind of like hugging, like they're in a like an embrace.
We're in a
Yeah,
hug.
in a
But
hug.
if you
In a
come
hug,
over,
yeah.
I will help to try to
Yeah. May I?
give you a little. Of course, yeah. Whatever.
Thank you. I'm gonna take her hands. I'm gonna put them kind of like on my key center. I'm gonna do some deep breathing with you. I'm gonna try to get your eyes. You're gonna breathe with me. We don't need to ask you more about what happened, but we do need to know that you're going to be able to go on this journey with us because I think you're important. You don't have to go back to that floor. We won't go back to that floor.
How do we know that the other floors aren't like that?
We don't.
We can go ahead. We could
But we're here with you.
scout up and come back.
How about this? We'll go together. You close your eyes. We'll tell you when to open them.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the minute we see, if anything like that happens again, we will hit that one button and come back down for you.
Feder, would you hold my hand?
Yes, of course.
Pass her hands to Feder.
Come on, love.
Right? Oh my god. Fucking love this game. All right.
I'm sorry. Come on. We'll be okay.
We're going to go to the platform. I guess number 2.
She is like borderline crushing your hand.
I know. Yeah. Uncanny
Yusuf draws.
dodge? No, does that?
Yusuf draws his sword and stands. He basically puts Taslin between him and the pedestal,
Okay, cool.
and he faces out.
All right.
Okay.
I
Sorry.
like to think she's in the middle of a very pleasant X right now. you
Oh, yeah.
know. Yeah, like squirrels at the
Double
back
flanked?
and- Yeah.
Yeah.
Double diagonal flanked.
Yeah, you guys are
Quadruple
flanking.
advantage if we all just go full Brutus on her.
Awesome.
No,
Thank
just
you.
kidding.
Yeah.
Gang, I'm sorry. I lost my head for a second. I promise. You know what? It doesn't matter.
You're thinking about your family. It's okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Shall we?
2.
2.
2.
Sure.
Taz, close your eyes.
I hit the 2 button.
Cool. You push the number 2 button and you hear the clank and the clicks and whirs speed up on the background. The ground shifts a little and you notice the immediate area again surrounding the console start to rise. The seam appears and you shoot up. It doesn't take nearly as long as going to the 4th level, maybe 10 seconds, and you don't feel the movement. You reach the next floor and the platform clicks into place, seam disappears. You hear a light hiss emanate from the console, just natural, nothing seems broken or anything like that. And you take a moment to look and get your bearings. Radiating out from where you are in your central platform are cages as far as the eye can see. They're made of crude metal and don't match the clockwork complexity of the rest of the tower at all. They seem like they were just brought in, pieced together, welded, or however. They don't even line up perfectly in a radial pattern.
So there's no uniformity in them or their placement?
No uniformity. And you can see above the ceiling bears a mural that seems to shift ever so slightly depending on how you look at it, like one of those moving pictures. The mural itself is impressionistic and depicts all kinds of Modrons in different stages of work, all under the watchful eye of Primus, who's painted with a lot more detail than the others. Everything else is that impressionistic, and this is more like cel-shaded as a comparison. And it just seems so at odds. And you see furniture and other things just shattered and broken and shoved off against the wall, as if this floor was a place of art or leisure, just shoved aside to fit as many cages as they possibly could in this space. These walls, you look around, the walls don't have that opening, that extra spatial planar space that the other floor had.
How wide is it?
This one's about maybe 50 feet, actually.
Okay.
This one's bigger. So already there's
Are they stacked on top of each other, or is it...
the mostly stack is 2. So it's...
Okay.
But everything, they cram as much as they can within 2 height. And they're about enough for 1 person and a little change.
Are they all empty?
They're all empty, yeah.
Does the mural trigger anything about like modern society or perhaps connections to the number 6? Because they're pretty hierarchical, correct?
Right, it...
Should I make a history check?
Sure, make a history check.
Okay. 17.
It doesn't necessarily speak to the amount of floors there are. This feels like a commissioned work. Whoever was here, whoever had this before, commissioned the art of the Modrons. Maybe the Modrons would never have commissioned this themselves, being just about the work, about the task, about this. There's an artfulness to what they do, but they're not specifically like, I'm a painter. They would draw a line, and as long as it was straight, it's good. But this is made. Someone lived here in this room before this thing was just shoved aside.
Right. I'm gonna go perception. If I can do perception with the old eye for detail.
Sure.
Wait, sorry, 1 second. You said that does the furniture match the ceiling, like the opulence, like it was part of...
Yeah.
Okay.
So in your conversations and things you've read before, you did see that name Mord tossed around. If anything, if rumors are true that maybe someone like he lived here, or any wizard or someone lived in the tower for a time, they may have made part of it in their image. But
Ooh, I recognized Mord the last time we were in a bookshop, or the last time we saw his name in a wizard tower.
Yeah.
Would I know like more about him? Perhaps was he like a Modron fanboy?
not necessarily. I mean, you wouldn't necessarily be able to discern that, but someone of a mysterious station like that feels like they would have art around. This seems, even the mural itself seems old.
23 perception check, eye for detail.
Okay, yeah. A few of the bits and pieces of shoved debris off to the side are bed posts and cloth and rotted drapes and things like that. It seems like this room, in the beginning, maybe even before the 100 years or so, was a living quarters for somebody.
So, gang,
Are the cages like bloody or anything? Like they're empty, but like is there any
few are
detritus
stained, yeah.
in them?
It's very akin to maybe some of those things you might have seen if you've searched for terrible living conditions for animals and like farms like that, where the cages have held them but they're not comfortable, so you'll see stains.
It's literally just a holding cell. It's
Yeah.
not humane.
Right, not humane in the slightest. No.
Has anybody told Tasslin she can open up her eyes yet?
Oh yes,
Tess, you can open your eyes.
it's just cages. Look at this mural though; it's really cool.
It's such a weird contrast to this.
Tass opens her eyes and like literally you see like a breath and sigh of like relief kind of go through her, and she manages to stand up a little bit straighter,
Okay.
and the death grip on Fetter's hand loosens
Loosens.
just a little bit.
So,
Right.
a little bit about towers like this. If it's anything like my home in Dis, is that the floors themselves are mercurial. They're not. They're almost
Subject to change.
demi-planes. Almost. I mean, like what I was expecting to see, for better or worse, is when I went to the 4th floor, would have been an open sea.
In a tower?
Yes, with a ship floating, sea in all directions. A large galleon. And that's my mother's home. So...
Your mom lives on a ship in a sea in a tower.
Yes.
Neat.
So...
Yeah.
So the rules of architecture may not apply here. What's interesting is it looked like somebody lived here. Perhaps this was some sort of mage's tower before, and then was co-opted and was taken. And I mean, this looks older, yeah, than what we saw on the 4th floor.
Right. So all the stuff that was shunted aside and the painting itself look older than that 100 years. The stuff that you've seen in the 4th floor, the cages, that's all seemed much newer.
What did we from? Oh, what's her nuts? The mage.
Golotha?
Golotha.
What did
Kind of a feel of that.
like?
Yeah.
Did Golotha tell us? Was this somebody's tower before the calamity?
I think
I remember her saying something like that.
there were rumors that it was Mord that had the tower. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think anything was concrete when she
Right.
mentioned it. It was...
Can I start digging through like
I was
the
going to
stuff
say,
on the edges?
search for treasure.
Yeah.
If this was Mordenkaine's tower, search for treasure.
I'll investigate too. Okay. Or yeah, I'll investigate just because it's a boss. We'll both. Let's both investigate.
Sweet.
When Feder mentioned like
I
the
give
boat
you
being mom's home,
advantage.
she gave his hand like a little squeeze.
Oh, sick. 23, please.
23?
18.
18. Unfortunately, most of the stuff is stripped away. You see that whoever retrofitted it got the best of it, really ripped through everything and got what they could. However, under a particularly rotted post with cloth around it, you shift it aside and you see a banged up, rough looking but not destroyed bag. And
Should I open it?
Let me quickly. I want to check for traps on the bag. Because now that I fucked up, I'm in like full anxious rogue mode.
Full helpful mode.
Yeah. Oh, not great. 11.
No traps. You don't discern any. You open the bag and test it, and you can test it
fine.
before opening, and
Yeah.
it looks fine. You open it, it doesn't look like it has any kind of bottom to speak of.
Oh shit!
It's about goddamn time. Feder just immediately is putting his tent in. He's just getting rid of every. No, I'm just kidding.
Should we see these? Like they were. If you like, have I seen one of these before?
Taslin just attempts to crawl into it.
Bad idea. Bad idea.
Wait, so it's a bottomless bag, so other people's treasures could be in it.
Exactly. Let's try and empty it first before
How do we
go into it.
do that though?
Don't put a portable hole in it.
How do we like? Do you just?
I am
like,
erasing
I just turned it
things I
upside
know
down.
about
Right.
bags of holding.
I just turn it upside down and start shaking it.
Well, hold on. Now, I mean, normally when I'm getting the dry cleaning, I have to think about the dry cleaning.
But if we don't know what to think about,
Just think about like gold.
Or just think about pulling whatever's in the bag out.
okay.
Stoyle, how does your quiver work?
That's funny you should mention it. It's whatever I want to put in there up to a certain point. There are some limitations. I think in the pocket I got the staves from, I had to like 5 or 6. And then I can put javelins in there in the bigger compartment and the smaller one. I was gifted to it. It was called the Quiver of Alona. You know,
Do you have to know what you're looking for, or can you just...
in this instance, it doesn't matter nearly as much because it's meant to be there to put a lot of stuff in and just be at my ready. It helps with my arrows too because I can have my hand back there and the arrows in it. I don't have to really reach. It's
Did you
just
have
there.
to attune yourself to it?
In this particular case, yes.
Taz, do you know these things got like an eject button on them or like a? Do you know anything about these?
Arcana. I think that's a dirty 20. So I got a dirty 20 for knowing about the bag of holding in Arcana.
Yeah, you're familiar with this bag of holding, although the closest thing you've seen is just that thing that Elamon created for you, the conveyance, which is a weird weird bastardized version of it. But in this, with the bag of holding, you know that you can't put another portal in there or it just breaks both. but you can turn those inside out, and all its contents just burst out. And then you have to write it before you put it back regular side in before you can use it again. But if it's punctured and you check and there's no punctures, but if it's got some weak seams, so it's like if it's punctured, it's done. It's donezo.
Just turn it inside out. Be careful though, because I see some seams are.
All right.
We don't want it to break.
I have a bunch of sewing kits, and I'm really good with them. So if we need to reinforce this, we can. And
Okay. Give us some space. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hand me the DMG?
Getting some percentiles.
Oh my god, do we get to roll percentiles? Yes!
This is either gonna break the game or be really banal. So cool.
I hope it's 7 cats for Fetter.
Do not want it.
Weird. It's just a bunch of Onyx figurines.
Yes!
Everyone gets a figurine.
Shenzo's all around except for Fetter. He gets 3.
Shenzo 1, Shenzo 2, Shenzo 3.
Just hard nopes all around.
Let's roll things.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, while we're doing that, let's do... So since we're going to the percentile dice for this, just start... Tazlin, you go first. Give me a number on that percentile.
We've got 68.
68.
Almost nice.
Okay.
Mostly. Plus one more person is what you need first.
Sam, go ahead.
41.
41.
What
Okay.
item is that?
Well, he's got it, so I'll
okay.
get all the numbers and then I'll list them off
Okay.
descriptively. Better.
Oh, motherfuckers. 9.
9. Okay. All right. Fascinating. All right, Tazlin again.
Fuck you. 17.
17.
54.
54. All right. Fetter again. Or Drew this time.
26.
26. Another one.
81.
81.
Ooh.
All right, Sam. Lisa, I mean.
46.
46. Okay.
Is that... Oh, 41.
Yusuf.
84.
84. Fetter.
Gang.
Stop it.
94.
Woo!
Okay. Tazlin.
62.
62. All right, 2 more.
Wait, I have 2 sets of percentile dice.
Wait, no, let's roll it together.
Hey, no, it's not your turn. I get one more roll. We're going around the table.
Wait, no, I was gonna say we could all roll one dice, and so like we make a number, and then you guys make a number.
I'm rolling hot as shit.
Okay,
Like,
Okay, yeah. So yeah, each of you are one die.
Roll the percentile side. I'll roll
Do you
the
wanna be-
single
I'll be
side.
the-
Okay.
Okay, I'll be the ones.
Okay. All right. For reference, they're all rolling. Each has
10.
one dice. 10.
I got an 8.
What did you get?
16 total for our side.
So we're 48.
It's the gold dice, dude.
48.
You're rolling with the
I-
gold dice.
I rolled so much in the 40s.
All right.
That's weird.
Boom.
It better be good stuff.
Synergy.
Fucking 9, kids. 94, son. This rich motherfucker likes nice things, dude.
All right. Let's see.
Wait, do they increase in value?
Oh, yeah. The higher you roll on the treasure table, the better shit is.
Oh, so I'm just gonna get a bunch of middling stuff with all those 40s. I'm sorry.
Not
All of
necessarily.
us.
Not necessarily.
Not just you.
So
I just I got us a bunch of middling shit. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Alright, so-
Middling shit is good because that's all wondrous items sometimes.
So
that
who
are-
flipped the bag out inside out?
Me.
Lisa.
Yeah.
Lisa, you
Gently.
gently flip the bag of holding
I'm
inside
right
out,
next to her, so things will probably fall on my feet.
and I'm going to list these down, and then what comes out in a flood is. So first one is 68.
Gang, this is our first treasure roll.
Oh my god.
We'll look this up in a little bit. The first one is Keg Tom's ointment.
What is that?
Keg Tom's? Let's
Keg Tom? K-E-G?
KEOGHTOMS.
Sorry, what? K-E-O-G-H?
KEOGHTOMS.
So just like a tube of shit that we don't know what it does.
Lube.
Probably for our butts or lube.
That can also be for your butts.
Next one is a potion of Hill
Like your
Giant
head's
Strength.
What was that?
A potion of Hill Giant Strength.
Wait, now Are we saying that we know what this is, or are we?
Well,
how are we?
This might take a while if we don't know what it is. So, but you probably wouldn't know what it is. So
Everything's labeled. It's got little tags on it, like it was going to a
that's hilarious.
secondhand store.
Oh,
No?
totally
Okay.
like Alice in Wonderland.
You know what?
Tags.
Fuck it.
Drink this bottle.
Considering who lived here before,
Yes.
maybe just get a fucking label maker.
I would love it if he had like a P touch.
Yeah. So
There's a kobold just walking around.
okay, let's start.
His name is P touch.
The kobold's name is P-Touch.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
The next one is a potion of greater healing. So you notice as these are falling out that they all have labels on them.
I love that our jokes make shit canon.
The next one you see
This
is
is helpful.
a potion of fire breath.
Oh, shit.
So then the next thing, a potion of heroism.
Some of this shit we can't even use yet.
It's not true.
Potion of heroin.
Another one is +2 ammunition.
Ooh.
Of heroin.
What? +2 like
Ammunition
arrows, or-
+2. So it's like
So it's magical ammunition.
magical.
I literally wrote heroin.
Potion. Another one is
Again, our jokes are making shit canon.
a potion of fire giant strength.
Wait, we got 2 of those?
One was a
One was
Hill
Hill Giant
Giant.
Strength.
one was fire giant.
The other one was Fire
So
Breathing.
that's what all those 40s were.
So
+2.
Fire Giant Strength.
Okay, so that one's of that. Next one.
This is hilarious.
This one just says this is a 6th level spell scroll. So we're gonna do another roll for that later.
Okay.
And then
Does it say what type of? Well,
just
actually,
6th level.
6th level scroll.
A 9th level spell scroll.
Oh, fuck.
Give me that wish.
A ring of mind shielding.
That sounds cool.
Holy fuck.
I feel like somebody who has the least wisdom or the most wisdom should be the person that has that. Our dumbasses
wait.
are like, oh!
But if it prevents scrying, though, that might be that's different. I think that's different.
And then you've
Depending on where we are, like if we go to the hells, I'm gonna need that.
yeah. And then we've got a necklace of prayer beads.
Oh shit.
And then a crystal ball.
Oh fuck.
And the label on the thing, there's a label on it. It just says crystal ball, but also it says in parentheses, very rare version.
Yoink.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I rolled hot fucking fire, dude.
Very.
That will
Rare.
complete my Romani vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
and
shit.
then
my god, truly. Of my character.
This is delightful.
Like, seriously.
the last of the random loot is a staff of thunder and lightning.
Oh my god.
I'm getting rid of this lame bow staff.
And then a couple more things pop out, but these aren't random. Where is everyone standing in relation to the bag that she just opened?
Lesa.
Behind her.
Behind her?
Behind her because she went blah, and we were all just like over the shoulder.
I'm
It
actually
came out.
in front of her because like she came over and was. I'm kind of like in front, slightly to the side, so she's essentially dumping a lot of the stuff on my feet.
Okay. Your feet are safe. So then if she's dumping it on your feet, do a dex save.
Oh god.
Because something is shooting out really fast.
A cat.
I'm sorry. I think my dex is 20, dirty 20.
Okay, cool.
Neat.
A completely silvered sword with a hilt made of wings shoots out and lodges into one of the lines in the ground.
God.
Could have severed your foot completely off.
Is it a great sword?
Or a long sword.
This too is fucking labeled. And it's written as Holy Avenge.
Oh,
and then
my God.
scrawled in like an ink next to it, puts an R at the end of Avenger. And it still rings in vibration, having almost cut Taslin's foot off, but she avoided it. Also, a cast iron pan falls out, also labeled, and 14 bars of platinum.
14 bars of platinum and a cast iron pot?
A cast iron pan, yeah.
I absolutely want the crystal ball and the cast iron pan.
Damn it, I wanted the
I love there's a whole... I was thinking about maybe upgrading to a sword. You know, I mean, maybe.
Like, you guys
Do you
can
think
have
it
the
would-
sword. I've got my one
Do you think
made of
it'll
black
go with
feathers.
the suit?
No, I don't. I don't think it will at all.
No, I'm just fucking with Yusuf. I mean,
You can have the staff of thunder and lightning if I can have the sword or the ring
I
of
don't-
shielding.
I don't give a shit.
I walk
There's
over to the
nothing
sword.
in my mind to shield. Like, I'm just a little dummy.
And you said 14 bars of gold?
14
Platinum.
balls of
Platinum.
I would just like to remind everyone that like I'm pretty strong and good at fighting, so like maybe
So
if
wait,
we have
who's-
those giant
okay,
potions, I'd be really
hold
good
on.
with
Let's
them.
Hold on.
before
Yeah.
y'all start writing out, who's gonna keep the bag on them?
You.
I mean, I've got like my belts that already carries a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
You've got one of the bags.
right, but that's like I send it to people.
Yeah.
I mean, I can keep it on myself, but I just want to make sure how we all feel about this because I think the platinum just needs to go back in the bag.
You are bad with money if you have
I'm
it.
great with money.
Those are bars though. You can't just go, I'm going to spend a chunk of this bar.
Oh, do not put it past Feder to just
I
walk
know
up
some
and
throw
throw
that
down a
I
chunk
could
of
just like a bar of
on them.
platinum. Yeah,
Yeah, he would. He'd just walk up and be like,
Suddenly every organization
tab
is very
down.
interested in you. Yeah.
yeah.
So to backtrack, Yusuf, you walk over to the sword.
Yeah.
It's still vibrating and
What kind of sword is it? Like, is it a great sword? Like size wise, like is it a one-hander or a two-hander?
it's a great sword, two-hander.
I'm also gently turning the bag right ways again now that it's been emptied.
There's a blue gem in the middle of it that reflects really beautifully.
I slowly wrap my hands around the handle and try and pull it out of the ground.
It comes out with a ring, like an echoing. And it feels nice. The handle feels cool to the touch.
I just kind of look up. Okay. And put my other hand on it and just kind of move it around a little bit.
Yeah, it feels perfectly balanced. The thing feels nice. Doesn't feel nearly as heavy as you might think for a greatsword.
Okay.
But you may need some time with it though.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I use this as a weapon or do I have to not use it while I'm asking the group, like, if this is what I think it is.
What do you think it is?
Well, I look at the tag. I'm like, I think it's a Holy Avenger, which I've heard of. They're extremely rare. I flip the tag over to see if there's anything else that it says on it.
Like a description,
Yeah, like it's
instructions of how to use.
There's nothing else other than that label. If anything, the label maker, so to speak, probably ran out before he could finish the word. So
Oh, P-touch.
I take my actually, because my other sword was already out. I take that sword and I place it in the scabbard at my side. And
Okay.
I'm like, I'm not going to do anything with this yet. I'm assuming you all are fine if I use this.
Sure. I already have a fancy feathered sword.
Okay.
Not my thing, but this staff, you guys.
Yeah, you
So-
should.
It says thunder and lightning. Very, very frightening.
Thank you. Thank you for reading my mind.
you guys take the better part of an hour or two to sort through this surprising amount of loot that shot its way out of the bag of holding and acclimate yourselves to the new amount of money you've received. And Scoil, once again, looks at you all and goes, "What the fuck?"
How about if we all get out of this a bar of platinum for your time? Does that sound fair? Yeah.
She
Sure.
blinks.
Like, bar of platinum. Here you go.
"Oh." She takes a moment as if they're joking.
What's the ammunition? What is it arrows? Is it bolts? What is it? I'm assuming it's a quiver of something.
I'm mentally trying to think about what I can give of this to the fence, but I'll talk to Taslin about that.
Taslin like picks up the crystal ball and kind of holds it in both of her hands and looks over at Feder and is like, "Feder, I think I can find your mom with this."
I don't know where we are plainly right now, and I don't know where she is plainly, but it wouldn't be here. But maybe let's get out of here and then
Now let's wait on that.
remind me again.
Yusuf, the ammunition that you have they're little silver beads, about yay big, look almost, I'd say maybe an inch.
Beads.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not thing you've ever seen before, but they're silvered. Maybe not nearly as big, maybe half an inch, but something that looked like it would be an ammo for something, but you're not sure what.
Like round?
Like a round, yeah.
Okay. Is it just like a pouch of them?
Yeah, not a lot, but and also you're not 100% sure what it would actually go into because it's
okay.
Yeah, but it is strung up in an ammo bag. You're familiar with that at least.
Okay.
Johnny,
Yeah.
which potions did you take?
I took the greater healing, the fire breath, and the fire giant strength.
Oh.
There's still the hill giant strength.
Yeah, but the fire giant's better.
I'm a wimpy boy.
Well,
if
what's
I
this
ever have
potion
to,
of heroism?
I don't know. I didn't fuck around with it.
Scoil shrugs. I mean, if you guys are serious about that platinum bar, you guys can have everything else. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, fine, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the least we could do.
I mean, come on. There's 13 more. It's fine.
Okay. I'll keep it with you guys for now.
Sure.
Since you guys now have a bag of holding, it looks like.
Yeah, no, it's about time.
So yeah.
Tired of carrying shit around.
After a few minutes, Scoil speaks up again. So do we move on? What's everyone? Where are you guys at?
I kind of take the bag from, I guess, did you ever set it on the floor, Lisa?
Yeah, I gently turned it right way and then set it on the floor. I was looking at some of the seams because I was thinking maybe we could reinforce some of them.
That's an easy fix. So I'll just kind of like take the bag and put it in like one of my little carriers on my belt for right now.
Sure.
And then we can reinforce it. And
Yeah, just to remind me, I'm fairly proficient actually with textiles. So they make us make our own clothes and shoes.
Oh, so if I need like a mend and the bag doesn't work, you could like...
Yeah.
Do you do like alterations? Or?
I specialize in leather.
Well,
so
fine.
if that,
yes, okay.
If that
Speaking
knife,
my language.
If that knife vest ever needs a tweak, you can let me know.
Nice. Okay.
I'm all right.
You learn things every day, you know?
Yeah.
The potion, that heroism potion, that's actually a spell that I have. It gives you bravery. You can't be frightened. I think it also makes you a
I
little
have
bit
some
more
of that
robust.
right now.
Let's wait, because right now you're not catatonic. Well, if you get hit again, you can drink it.
Or you could just like jazz her up with it, you know what I mean? You're packing that today? Yeah, Paladin?
I don't have it today,
Okay.
but
You should take those prayer beads though, because I think they're for paladins. I mean, you're like a holy roller, you know.
fair enough. Look at the prayer beads.
Yeah.
Like, I don't pray. I assume Feder doesn't pray. You pray. I don't know.
No.
Oh, okay.
Right.
It's a necklace, right?
After everything I've seen
So-
at a dare, I'm highly hesitant that gods even exist or
Fair.
care about us.
You're incorrect on the first one, possibly right on the second one.
I whispered to my hand, sorry.
Right, so let's figure out what we know. Tower is probably Mage's Tower, maybe Mord himself.
Oh yeah, is there anything on any of these, like on those spell scrolls or anything, any identifiable seals that would indicate like specifically what mage this
Or
belongs
do you
to?
want us to like actually identify the scroll?
You don't immediately recognize the script that's on the scroll. It's not of a language that you know.
Oh,
What?
Oh, he's looking at Potion of Heroism?
no, I'm looking
The prayer
at the
beads.
necklace of prayer beads.
Oh.
How many are on it? It's a D4 plus 2.
D4 plus 2? 5.
Okay. You want to roll a D20 5 times?
D20 5 times?
Yeah.
Good Christ. Okay. I've got
Well, let's
4.
team up. I've got 2.
I've got 4. So 2. I'll do 3.
Yeah.
All right. 4, 19, and 18.
I have a 10 and an 8.
It's a good spread.
Yeah.
10 and 8. 4, 19, 18, 10, 8. Stand by.
Right, so here's what we know, right? Tower,
Slowly putting stuff back in the bag.
probably...
I put the necklace on.
Yep, and he puts the necklace on.
Hang on, I'm not...
Probably Mord. Built it. It's sitting out here in the non-shattered version of these lands. This seems like his construction. So someone comes in, tosses it, and starts to arcanely build on top of what's already here. I mean, that seems to be possible. there's certainly a veneration of the Modrons.
But I think that might have come from him.
Like he built?
I mean, the mural and everything, it seems like something that maybe he was trying
that he
to
was
model.
trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
Which is why the first floor is sort of...
Right, so, I mean, next is floor 3, so maybe we'll see a progression, you know what I mean? Away from this style towards what we found on 4.
Yeah. It seems like this was just a holding cell. I would
mean,
imagine for those...
The first couple of folks that they brought.
Yeah, I imagine they had to collect them somehow, as horrible as that is to think about.
Yeah. Everybody good? Everybody feeling okay?
I mean, if
Taz,
you don't, let me know.
Same thing? Earmuffs and all?
I might. Yeah, I'll just close my eyes. I might be okay without holding on to somebody this time.
I give you that potion of heroism. Like, if you feel like you need it, take it.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
You guys move toward the center where the console is, and one of you reaches out.
Fuck it. I'll
Okay.
hit 3.
You push the 3 button, and immediately the platform lifts you upward at great speed. This one's much quicker. It takes about half a minute before reaching the next level of the tower, which appears to be a laboratory of some kind. Unlike the lab you encountered in Greece, Norvald, this place is immaculate and big. You see a few different metal tables set up for various purposes. One looks to be alchemical, the other almost like an engineer's workbench. One of the tables closest to the wall looks like a medical operation table of some kind. There's a sheet covering something on it. There's a metallic desk off to one side, but no books or papers of any kind. Instead, you see a rectangular metal box sitting there with what appears to be a cone attached to it via a copper joint. Next to that on the device, you see a cylindrical cartridge connected via a dock. On the side, you notice a button with a red dot, as well as a hand crank. Behind it,
Fetter, you stay away.
Hey, you know what? I'm very good with these things, given the right amount of time.
behind the desk, the metallic desk, you see a bookshelf. But instead of books, you notice a bunch of those cylindrical cartridges. All have a label affixed to them with text printed out in rigid script. The name on the script, or what's written on the script, is simply Zephin.
God's damn it.
All of them?
Yeah. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, Zephin. They're all numbered.
1, 2, 3, 4, Zephin?
No, they're like each one has an individual number affixed to it. So you get there's a sequential list of these cartridges.
Zephin 1, Zephin 2.
Yeah. Zephin 1, Zephin 2.
All right. So I'm right there and I'm investigating. Like I will fully say that I am actively not perceiving anything else in the room.
Okay.
I go right to that
Watching
and I'm
him like a
investigating.
hawk.
Okay, you're investigating?
Yeah. And 17.
17.
The machine and the cylinders and how the fuck does this thing work?
As you look around, it looks to be that the cartridge partially sticks out from there, so you can eject it from it just by...
What cartridge is in the machine right now?
You can't... It's in too far to see the like any writing on it.
Right.
But it looks like, based off of what you can see behind you on the shelf, one isn't on the shelf.
Okay, what's not there?
Right, one number, like Zephin 1 isn't on the shelf.
on the shelf. How
Right.
many, what were the numbers again? 1 through what?
Let's see. There are 8.
Okay.
There are a few more than just that 8, but some of them are also broken and worn down.
Okay. But
With,
they all, every single one says Zephin on it?
Zephin, yeah.
Fuck. All right, well, might as well.
Do you know what this is?
Can I check the device for traps?
Sure.
25.
You don't notice any special springs or triggers or anything along those lines. It doesn't look to be trapped.
Did we have one of these at the house? Is this something I know? Like, is this a technology I've seen? Or is this something
no,
different?
actually, no. Weirdly, no. This is pretty foreign.
Can I figure out how this thing works if I know it's not trapped?
Sure.
Like a used device. Do you want like a sleight of hand or something? Like
I would say, I wish it was a technology one, but maybe, I guess, investigate for lack of something more granular.
Okay.
As he reaches for it, can I just... What are you doing?
Okay, so this thing, I've looked it over. It's not trapped. Okay, that's a bookshelf, but it's full of these canisters.
Yes.
I'm assuming that it's going to convey some sort of information. Now, that's the name of my family. As
Yes.
you all know, I would love to know what the fuck is on these cylinders.
Do you know what this is? Have you seen it before?
No. But it's not, I have a very good feeling, in any sort of conventional way, it's not trapped to harm us.
What does your family do? Like, do they have any, like, scientific arcane interests? Like,
We're
do you make something?
for
Are
all intents and purposes, we're, I don't know, venture capitalists of sorts. I mean, my grandfather was in the wars and was a general for Dispater and did fairly well for himself, and now we are in the business of the hells. So we go about it in various ways, and my mother and her sisters, and
they've never mentioned this place to you?
no,
You've never had any connection to the Shattered Lands?
no.
You would know if you did this.
If my family did, I mean, everybody's always got an open hand in the right and a dagger in the left, and that's the way the families ran for years, but we're mostly at some sort of working peace with each other.
I'm gonna do an insight check.
I will not contest it because I'm not deceiving her at all, so.
That's cool. It's only a 9.
Yeah. As far as you know, and it wasn't that difficult. Yeah, he's honest as can be. The most transparent he's been.
So, I mean, there are other families, obviously, like the family we ran into in Edgewater, that would love to see the similar onyx tower that where my family resides in Dispater razed to the ground, but that's just kind of the way things are in the hells.
So you were in a tower with a lift,
Yes.
and it's not like this one,
No.
obviously, because there's not a ship in it.
Right.
Just, I don't know what this is. I can't, it seems out of my league, but please don't press the red button or do anything without giving us a warning.
Sure. Yes. Okay.
You promise?
Yes. I am. Listen, everybody here.
Insight check.
Taz, we're mostly good too. You can open your eyes.
That insight check was a 14. Are you telling me the truth?
Yes.
Okay. Look,
He's being honest.
I am going to, because I desperately need to know what the fuck is on all of these.
And I appreciate that. If I saw my name written all over the walls, I'd be totally freaked out.
Operate this machine.
Like
is
you-
everybody okay with that?
Don't operate it. You're going to inspect it and see how it works.
Yes.
And if you choose to operate it, you give us the fucking heads up.
Okay, fine. Yes.
Thank you. Now, there's a body I need to see to. Taz, don't follow.
Yeah. Now that you've policed someone else's behavior, let me get elbows deep into every orifice of this mystery body. Anyway,
I'm a nosy bitch.
as Feder keeps investigating, does another pass at it. Lisa, you walk over to the medical bed.
I kind of check to make sure Taz is not around.
Sure.
Or not, like, bothering with me.
Okay.
And I am going to just lift that sheet up.
Sure. You pull the sheet back, and the dead face that stares back at you is green in skin tone with a mop of green, like a shock of green, vibrant green hair. The eyes have glazed over in death. You recognize this as a spring Eladrin, and you see an incision on the side of her head and some of the scalp peeled away to expose some of the brain matter. As you pull the sheet back further, you see the chest cavity completely opened out, and you don't really go much further than that. And it looks like the parts removed and tested. And
Does it look like the chest cavity was open and kind of explored in the same way that the others were, like in the dead?
This one was more. This one was more, a bit more specific. It looks like specific in that more effort was taken to pull the chest cavity open. The parts are mostly rotted away and gone, but still, somewhat the body is still mostly preserved. It's
Is there
weird.
brain in there?
Yeah, but it's not. There's not a lot of it left.
Is there like a toe tag or anything?
Nope.
I'm gonna investigate kind of around the table too, see if there's like a notebook or anything.
Okay.
19.
You don't see any books or any notes jotted down anywhere. You do, though, tucked under the table a bit, almost easy to miss, a rough drawing of the Eladrin, and just the name Illithin.
Does that mean anything to me?
No.
Okay.
You're still over by the desk, right?
Is there any
John?
like anatomical notes or anything on it?
Nope.
Okay.
Just the body was peeled apart, dug around in, and from what you gather in how you've been curious about bodies before, this looks very much like a curiosity got the better of whoever, and they dug around the body to see what makes up an Eladrin. Grotesquely enough, yeah. But it is a shocking sight, and probably one you do not want to privy Taslin to.
I cover her back up.
I'm gonna walk over to the desk with the machine that I meta knowledge totally knows a dictaphone, but I don't actually know that.
Well, yeah, of course it's a dictaphone.
Yeah.
Like,
And I'm like,
did I figure with the 17? Did I figure out how to use this thing?
Yeah, you move the crank a little bit, and then sound starts to crackle from the cone.
damn,
Alright,
I was
so-
totally just gonna be like, why don't we just do this and
Wind
start
it up
cranking
and-
it?
Wind it up and hit the button.
Piss off.
I am
myself.
going to wind this up and hit the button. Is everybody fucking okay with that?
Sure.
What do you think it's gonna do?
I don't know. Reveal all of my worst fears about my family, probably?
We're not gonna end up with a bunch of dead bodies flying at us again?
No.
Fine.
So,
All right, as you start to roll it, you hear before you start to reach towards the button, and before you do, you hear the crackle and a voice that just drops your stomach cold. Engineer's log. Yarville, daughter of Zephan.
God damn it.
Of sound mind and faculty. We have gained entry into the Tower of All and have reclaimed it for the glory of the Nine. I have been tasked to prepare this place for a grand experiment that will change the course of history, and possibly gain us enough favor to overthrow the Prince of the Iron City. Not entirely sure what this experiment entails, just that I need to turn this Clockwork shit show into some kind of supercharged trammel. Big fucking task, that. Still, I'm honored that my father would come to me first out of my sisters for this responsibility. Let's see fucking Igni try to pull this shit off. And the cartridge ends.
The plot thickens. But alas, my ale is gone. I guess that means it's time for me to leave. Be sure to come back next time with that amazing ale, and I'll fill you in on what happens next in these Demon Days.
We're getting our percentiles out.
Gotta get the percentiles out.
I got my percentiles. Actually,
but
no.
Drew, you mentioned something that thing is in there that we discussed. What did we discuss? You can text me, I guess.
awesome.
I know.
What?
I know it's not in there. That's fine.
Okay.
Unless we possibly roll it, that would be amazing.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I mean, I'm the goddamn DM. I know. There is a little bit of, how do you say, leeway